Welcome back to Collector's Therapy, and I am super excited because I've got the much sought after Rogue exclusive Maquette. But if you're new to the channel, be sure you click that like button and subscribe. Alright, so as I was saying, I am super excited. And if you checked into the live unboxing I did with the DCX channel, thank you for watching. And this is going to be my full review where we get some high quality shots of this awesome maquette. You know, as I was saying, she is very much sought after. The exclusive is long sold out, and the exclusive actually has the classic Rogue portrait from the Jim Lee X-Men run and even the animated series with the hair and the headband. We're actually going to start with the bottom of the base this time, and as you can see, if you've seen any of the other X-Men pieces, this is another Danger Room base. And just the amount of detail, look at that. You know, there's some kind of piece of steel sticking out, the cracks. It just looks awesome. It even looks like inside the cracks there's little bits of weathering. So it looks like she is actually pulling this buzzsaw. Get that? This buzzsaw out of the Danger Room floor. And these little screws, you know, actually go into the Danger Room base, and you can move these wires around. They honestly look like, let's get some focus there, look like real wires. I would be very surprised if they weren't real wires, because it has that wiry feel to it, if you can see that. There we go. Okay. But yeah, this is an awesome base. Let's focus that in. There we go. But as we make our way up, you start to see, you can tell that Rogue has bent this buzzsaw. And man, just, I don't know how they did that, but it looks freaking awesome. I believe this statue actually was on a lot of people's Statue of the Year for 2019, actually. Because this baby has been around for about a year now. And I was very lucky to get it. That's her glove, which, you know, just comes out. And it's very simple. You know, you got some of the weathered look on the glove a little bit as well. Let's just put that back. And we're going to make our way up. So let's look at the boots. Just the amount of detail. You can tell they are very worn. There's dirt and maybe even some mud, as you can see. Wow. And that stitching looks so real and realistic. That is just awesome. I'm going to take a little down. That's the bottom of her boots, which you can see some weathering on there as well. They did awesome job on the texturing of this, guys. You can see some of her calf muscles up close. Wow. And this right here is actually Gambit's favorite view from what I've heard. I don't know, you have to ask him, but that's just what I've heard. We're going to make our way around. We got the buzzsaw. And here you can see that she's either punching it, ripping it out, because she actually locks in right there. But you have a mixed media jacket, and normally I'm not a big fan of the mixed media jackets or cloth capes, but this just really works. It feels like actual leather. You've got the famous X on it, and yeah, this, you could probably take the jacket off. It feels like there's a little wire, so you can actually pose the jacket a little bit. So that's pretty cool. I do not think, yeah, that does. The button there does not come off, so be very gentle. We're gonna see this sexy, sexy portrait. And look at that portrait. Wow. As I said earlier, this is the very classic Jim Lee animated series portrait. The only complaint I have for this portrait is if you get up really close, it looks like Rogue could really use some chapstick. But beyond that, and if you get out a little back further, it's much harder to notice far back. But Sideshow did an awesome and incredible job with this portrait. And here we have the collector's edition portrait. That is probably a little closer to the Rogue that you saw in the movies, the early X-Men movies. And I think she was in Days of Future Past a little bit. You kind of have the same little lip problem. Yeah, you have the same lip problem there. It kind of feels like the lips look a little more chapped on this one. It's still, I think this portrait does look a lot better in person than it did in pictures. But just giving it a spin around, you got that whitish, grayish hair, and it's nice and wavy in the back. So that is a nice touch. You got to be very gentle with this because this can move, and you definitely do not want that to break, because that would be a heartbreak if all you have is the collector edition. Rogue. She made her first appearance in Avengers Annual 10, and then I believe her first appearance in an X-Men title was Uncanny X-Men 158. She actually started out as a villain in Avengers Annual 10 against Captain Marvel. That's actually how she got some of her powers, by stealing Captain Marvel's powers. So honestly, I'm really curious if the MCU is going to introduce Rogue in a Captain Marvel movie, possibly Captain Marvel 2. That would be a really interesting story where she completely steals Captain Marvel's powers. And in the comics, of course, she went on to become binary at that point in the X-Men Captain Marvel lore. That would be a really cool movie, because if you don't know, what Rogue's powers is, she touches anyone and she can consume those person's powers for a limited time. But I guess maybe she touched Captain Marvel too long and that just absorbed all of her powers. But I think that would make a pretty interesting movie. You know, that's why you may see her in the comics without some of these gloves. But of course she wears these gloves to protect some of the other X-Men, so that she does not steal their powers, because if she touches them too long, she renders them unconscious. But yeah, this is an awesome, awesome statue, and I'm super stoked to have the exclusive, because I don't know if y'all have noticed this or seen this online and some of the statue collecting groups, but this head is sold for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. There is a recent eBay auction that went for a freaking $1,000 just for this head. Yeah, I would never pay that much just for a portrait, but I got a pretty good deal. It was above retail, of course, but yeah, I had the opportunity to get this and I jumped on it. So thank you. You know who you are out there. This is a fabulous addition to your X-Men statue line. And I think even if you can't get the exclusive portrait, The collector's edition is worth picking up. She, like I said, she does look better in person than in pictures. Or you may just want to sit and wait and see what XM comes up with, because they had recently actually posted that their version of Rogue is getting painted soon. So that may be something you want to consider. So this is what I'm really, really excited for. I'm going to put her in the case back here and let's see how she looks, shall we? And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. And oh my gosh, this is freaking epic. Wow, it's really, really hard to believe that I have this display case completely filled up. You know, I obviously still have another shelf down there. You can see my X-Men CGC, and I've got some stuff up top there. But wow, we are gonna call this the X-Men Phase 1. So, what other X-Men pieces do I have in mind? I definitely am interested in XM Apocalypse. I'm definitely interested in Sideshow Cable. That's probably going to be my next one. Eventually, I may, up top maybe do a villain display and put Magneto up there once I get Sideshow Storm, because that was announced this week, and that's super exciting. And I'm still holding out for a Nightcrawler, which XM is supposedly working on. So that's in the cards as well. So yeah, I am just super amazed that I have filled this up so quickly, because I started with old Wolvie over there back in May 2020. And here we are in January 2021, and I've got this packed out. Wow. This is a really, really happy moment for me as a collector. So I'm just kind of nerding out over here. And yeah, I can't wait to get more. But thank you so much for watching. It has been a pleasure to review this. Let me know in the comments if you've kind of liked this format where I did the live unboxing and then just kind of did a standard review. Let me know. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see y'all guys soon.